Hi, I'm Tiffiney Lozano, a writer, creative entrepreneur, and creator of the Wand and the Word journaling e-course. I'm so excited you're here. It's snowing outside. My son is laid up on the couch with a broken leg. I've got the whole family here today creating this video for you. So one of the first questions that we get is what kind of supplies we're going to need for this course. If you Google art journaling, there are a million techniques and YouTube channels with 500 million subscribers, and you need gesso and like drywall and all these complicated supplies. And so this whole course is about simplicity and ease. As a mom and a business owner, I don't have a lot of time. I love to journal, but I need it to be simple. So I've got you today here in my little home studio, and you can probably see my little art cart. You can get these at IKEA for $29. They're amazing. And this is it. This is like the extent of my supplies. And to encourage you about truly how simple this is, this little piece up top, it's kind of like a makeup tackle box. When my family and I were traveling, we were in a little Westphalia when my kids were younger, and that was my entire kit right there. That was all I had. And I was still able to do so many cool things. So first, for this course, you're going to need a blank journal. What type of journal you choose is honestly really personal preference. Some journals open up differently, a different size. You don't necessarily need a heavy paper though. One of my favorite journals that I found, and they're cheap, they're like $5 at Michael's. And it's got, actually, if you look, the texture of the paper is just a regular weight paper. And so then we come in, let me find, I haven't done it in this one yet. We do paint directly on the page. I can show you in this one, it's the same weight paper. This is a little heavier actually. These are also from Michael's. So these are all of these notebooks right here are $5 each, which I like to be thrifty as well. So these you can find at Michael's, these you can find at Michael's. These are also $5, so they're a little bit larger. So it's up to you if you want a book that's bound like this. We will do 2-page spreads, or if you want something that flips out and you're kind of painting over that edge, but you can kind of fully get that out and make that flat. It's sort of personal preference. And then another one of my favorite journals are these visual journals. These are a little bit more pricey. These are at Hobby Lobby. It was $18 and I got it on sale for $10.79. So anyways, you can fold them out and really get like a flat spread, but sometimes it does kind of bother me, this thing in the middle. So I will leave that up to you, personal preference. Oh, and one other, so I know a lot of people love moleskins, and I actually used moleskins all the time before I started art journaling. And so like the old pages that I have are just, old written in, but then I've come back and I've painted over some of the pages. But it's kind of a myth that you need this thick paper, because of course the moleskin is a thicker page. One more actually, sorry, come on back. Again, this is thin paper. And so I've just kind of painted over it, and it makes the page thicker. So this is just a regular weight paper. Okay, so moving on. So you'll need a blank journal, and then this is really the most high-tech supply. It's just acrylic craft paint that you can literally find anywhere. You can find it at Michael's, you can find it at your local hardware store, at Arts and Craft, but they're literally like anywhere from like 79 cents to like $1.29 a bottle. And so you'll want to get a variety of colors that you like. They actually have starter kits as well that again are pretty inexpensive at Michael's. I think it was like $8 for a little starter kit. But you're going to want a variety of colors, and then make sure you also get black and white, and then like some light. This is actually one of my favorite colors. It's a what color is it called? It's like a nude. Anyways, it's like a cream. I really love this color. So make sure you get plenty of light, and then the black as well. Okay, another fun supply is these tapes. these, I think it's called washi tape. You can tell I'm not necessarily the most crafty person. But these are just a great way to tie our all the different scraps of paper and things that we use in collage with. This is just a great way to tie all of that together. And it's simple. I am not a super talented drawer. Is that a word? Drawer? Is that a word? But again, I'm going to teach you all simple techniques. So those of you that are super artsy in the group, you're just going to be like miles ahead of the rest of us. But for those of you who think like you don't have a creative bone in your body, honestly, I designed this class for you. So just, I guess I could show you a couple of pages that I've done. So again, like I don't fancy myself a painter, although that's changing. I'm totally playing with paint these days. And we just create these really beautiful, so you can see the washi tape over here. It's a bunch of images I've cut out of magazines and stamped. I'll teach you how to make really beautiful backgrounds. Some pages look super polished and finished and some don't. Okay, so onto the supply list. You've got your paint. You do not need a paintbrush. If your kids have, like I raid my kids' art supplies all the time. I have their watercolor paints here, but you do not need a paintbrush. What I do need you to find is like old hotel key cards or gift cards, ski passes, even an old business card actually will do, but I need you to find an old gift card. Okay. And then another fun thing that we'll use, and a lot of this stuff you can find at the dollar store, transparent tape. If you can track down some transparent tape. So either a glue stick, or I've been using this. Again, this is from the dollar store. So it's this adhesive spray, that's kind of fun, or this Mod Podge. Optional. All you really need is a glue stick. I'm telling you, everything you need, you can honestly probably find it in your kid's backpack. Scissors. And then this is the fun part. So you're never gonna look, there's actually a special name, I don't remember it, for paper scraps. But we all have old paper scraps. So old calendars, like I've got an old calendar here. We get cards constantly. What do we do with these old cards? Don't overlook Pinterest, going on Pinterest and printing out, like I'll Google quotes that I love and then I'll find a beautiful image of it. This one says, "Only when we are brave enough to explore the darkness will we discover the infinite power of light." So again, this course is designed for people who think they are not creative. We just collage things together and it's super fun. Again, back to this paper scraps thing. So I want to give you some ideas of things to be gathering between now and March 5th. March 5th, is that the day we start? It's a Tuesday. So I had a friend in college. I actually went to see her. She was a Peace Corps volunteer in Ghana. And so I have like all these letters of ours that we kept up the 2 years that she was gone. So this old airmail, I have really cool stamps from a lot of the places that I've been. Tissue paper is a great thing we will learn how to collage with and do fun things. Sheet music, old sheet music. Like seriously, just go down to the thrift store and have a great time and you'll probably spend $5 and come home with a million little treasures. What I use, if you have them, you can find something else. This is just what I use. Behind my pages so that I don't make a mess. Again, I've always worked in a really small space. I used to do this on a little fold-out table in my Westphalia bus. So when I'm creating a page, I put this behind and again, you can buy a pack of 10 of these at the dollar store for $1. And then that makes sure so I don't have paint everywhere, all over everything that I'm doing. So yeah, start gathering your paper scraps, sheet music, cool, old greeting cards, calendars, stamps, old photos of yourself. And then this is completely optional, but I do love doing them. There's something really meditative about stamping out a quote that you love. I got these. If you look in that front section at Target, it's like everything's $3 or $5. The most expensive thing I think is $7. They oftentimes have little stamps. And so that is a fun thing to do. Of course, Michael's will also have it, Amazon, whatever, your local bookstore, whatever. But letter stamps are a really fun way, and I will talk about using those, but again, it's optional. So basically that's it. I really want you to, old wrapping paper. That's another fun thing. Like I'm telling you, I want you to challenge yourself to really just look around your house. Like the paint may be the one and only thing that you would have to go out and purchase. You might not have acrylic paints laying around your house. And then again, optional, but I really love them. They're so simple, are these super fun washi tapes. And again, those come in like a pack of like 6 or 7 at Michael's. And again, those are optional too. But I really want to challenge you to look around your house. Aside from the journal and the paint, you should have probably everything you need lying around your house. If not, a quick trip to the thrift store will have you with lots of treasures to get started. So that's it. I'm super excited to get started with you guys on March 5th. Most of the videos are done. We're still putting some finishing touch on some of the tutorials. Because we're running this live and you guys are coming in, I'm super excited to be able to include your questions and feedback into what we're creating. So I'm glad you're here, and I'll see you on Tuesday, March 5th. Thanks.